In this video, we are going to work on product list page. So in the product list page, we are going to add the filters for each of the category, and there will be an products. Also, when we go to the main, it will display the filters and the respective products. Let's aim this video at 100 likes, and there will be many more parts of this course that will be available on this channel very soon. So let's start it. Let's add a category component at here. We'll use the category components that we had created in the filters folder. So let's use this categories component and import it. So here we are going to pass the types for each category. Let's say if we have a category women, in the women category there are some products that will get it from the category content.type. So type will be an array which store all the product types, and also here we have metadata. So this metadata we are going to use in all the categories. Let's pass types here. So now here in the categories we'll get the types. Types are basically the product types. It can be a jeans or shirt or anything. So let's give it here the class name flex. So types is an array. Here we'll iterate the types. Let's do types.map. Then we'll get the product type, and here we'll return a component. That component will be basically a checkbox item. So let's add here class name flex row. So it will be by default row, and here we'll pass input type checkbox, and then we'll give it the name. So let's say give type checkbox. So in the class checkbox class name we'll give some border and rounded of medium, or it can large, and then we'll give the some width. And also we have given here accent black, so the checkbox item when we click on it will turn to black. And let's give text also here black, and also we'll give the title here. So let's pass first name. Here we'll pass type id, and then here we do need to pass the label. So here we are giving the code for each of the category type. So here for the all product type there will be an code. Let's use the code also here in the name, and then at here in the label we do type.name. So type.type is the let's use the type here. It will give the label for that product type. Let's save it and go to browser, go to women's. So now we can see here there are checkboxes. Let's add some padding in between the text and checkbox. So here let's give some padding here. Let's only add the padding at x-axis. Let's add some more styles. So this looks fine. So this is the categories in the filter section. So here when we check any of the category, it will be checked, and we can also uncheck it. So in the next div we will create the price section. For the price filter, we have a range slider here. So for the range slider, I'm going to use this package, React range slider input. Let's install this package in the code. To do that, npm install and package name. Also, let's create a component in the filters. Rise filter. Let's use here the same styling for the price. Also we'll put here price. Now here, if we see the design, there are two inputs, or the minimum range and the max range, and there is a slider. To use the range slider, we have to import this. Product list, let's call that. Here we can see that price filter. Here we can define the minimum range, that is 0, and max, let's give max 250, or we can give here to keep the minimum and max. Let's see in the documentation. So the step indicates the number of steps. By default it's 1 default value. If we pass the default value here, it will take array. Minimum is, let's say 10, and max is not max, yeah, we can say 250. Let's create a state here, const set range. To this range dot min, range dot max on input. Let's see input, how it's giving the input. It should be min max. Here we can see there is an array on the first argument. It's giving a minimum of 10 and max 310. So let's use that. We'll get this values. To set range min values 0, max is values. Let's create a div here to display the min and max inputs. So here what I will give justify between So let's style these inputs. We are adding a class name here. Let's pass in the class name a width, and then we'll define some border. So these are the styles that put it on the minimum price range for the input, and let's paste it on the max date or max price also. So here we can see these are both to our inputs. Let's give it rounded. This is minimum price and max price. Now we are going to give a value here. Let's add a value. So the value will get it from the state, the minimum and max price. This is now our minimum price input. And let's add the max also. So as we slide the this slider, this value get changed, the minimum and maximum price. Now we are going to add some more styling on this range slider component. So for here I added a price filter.css where we are using these two class names. A custom range slider is a wrapper in which there are two class names, range slider thumb and range slider range. So if we inspect this range slider, we'll get these class names. So this is the color that we are displaying on the range slider, the background black. And here we have given that class name. And this is also a disabled field now, price filter. This cannot be changed. If we set this to number and just change some more styling here, and we'll put it the value. Also change this input type to number. We need to pass some regex to not allowing any negative value. So we'll try to add that later. So for currently what we did, we disabled that field input types and just add some more styling around that input. We can remove unnecessary divs. So for the colors filters, let's add a component. For the colors, I'm going to create a constant here, color selector, and we'll put all the colors here. Like for purple, put the hash code for purple. Similarly, let's put all the colors here. In the props we'll get colors. If we go to product list page, let's call color filter and pass colors content dot category content metadata dot colors. And here we'll use class name flex dot content. Let's copy that from the price filter. Margin bottom of 4, that is 16 pixel. For each color name, here let's give flex wrap, let's use padding. We'll give the one color, give orange. So we'll do this for all the colors dot map we are getting something like this. Let's give some margin. Increase some more height. Let's try with these styles. Now we need to add the color name on below of the color. So to do that, let's come here. We'll copy this and put it in our return let's add here class name flex column give cap of I see this is something coming like this. Let's change this to and also don't give here and let's use class name text to black something like this, and let's add one more thing. So something like this. Now we have to make it selectable. So to do that, what we'll do here, let's pointer we can see like this is something selectable, and when we are hovering it, when we are hover on the div element, so let's add some styling. Also on hover, let's scale these to 5, so like this. And when we'll select this, there is something that will come outside the border, so it should be look like something that is selected, right? Let's add a one state to manage the applied colors. So we'll declare here const applied colors, set applied colors, use state, where we'll check. So while rendering each color, we'll check here if the applied color dot contains, so at here applied color, if applied color includes item, then we'll give here black, otherwise we'll just put the same that we have. So while we'll select the color here, on click, so we'll go and click div, and here we'll get the item. So we will check if applied color dot includes item. Then we'll remove that element from the applied colors, because if we click on the again on that same element, then that will be removed. If it's not there in the state, then it will add that color on the state. Or we can check index of item is greater than -1, then applied color dot splice, and we want to remove one. Else we'll do set applied colors, and here applied colors and item. Let's add the so it's sending an item. If we do like this, like this, but when we have to remove it, it's not working right. So to do that, you can do here that something is getting wrong. Let's see.
apply the color gray and trying to remove it. So new array still contains that gray element. Let's try one more thing. If applied color dot index of item is greater -1, what we'll do here, we'll applied color dot filter color is not item. Now we can select multiple colors, and also the deselect, the remove also working. Okay, let's remove the console statement from here. Now let's put the one more, that is for the size. For the size filter, let's create a size filter. So the size filter will be similar like the color filter. Here we'll be having the div elements, basically the border with background white. When we'll select it, it will change into dark. Right. So to do that, let's copy the price filter code and put it in this size filter, where we'll put, sorry, I put it the wrong one, colors filter. Here we'll give size and let's use this sizes. So here we don't need this. Let's remove first this, put background white, so the product list page. something, and let's do text is in the center. This is the size filters. So now when we'll select the div element, this element, the color will be changed to black and the text color will be changed to white. So to do that, here first we'll add the same logic that we have added in the colors filter. On click this event and we pass the item. Let's here add style if background if the applied size dot includes item, then let's do one thing here, because we have to apply the multiple styles. So what we'll do, applied size dot includes item, then we'll give here and we'll pass an array. In that we'll give background black and text color white. This so here there was a mistake. We have to set the state. Now we can apply multiple filters on styles. So this is about the filters. Let's now work on displaying the products.
So the next thing that we are going to do is displaying the products on the category pages. To do this, first we have to gather the data. To gather the data, what we'll do, we'll keep all the data in the content.json and we'll pick the data from content.json and display all that card items. So to display the card items, we need to create a separate card for this. So first let's add the data in the content.json. What we'll do, we'll add products. We'll add products key here. So this will be an array. So in this product array, we'll add the objects for products. So here I added one product in the array. This will be the fields that we supposed to get in the product object. Here we have ID, title, description and other fields. Now let's add some more objects here. So what I will do, I will copy and paste all that products here. These all are the products I've added here in the products array. So now let's use this product in the product list page. Here we have a section where we display all the products. As we see in the design, there are some cards that we display in a row. Now let's back to the code, and the first thing that we do is create a product card. Let's give the name here product card.js. Let's do RFC to create a React component. Okay, so here what we'll expect in the product card. So the things that we have, so the fields that we are added here, like title, description, brand, price, color, all this we'll add it here. Let's add title, description, price, discount, rating, brand. Okay, now let's copy the card that we have created earlier. So in the components at here we have created one card. Let's use this same card in the product card here. Now we'll keep one defined height and width here, because there is no need to pass the height and width. Also here we'll pass the product path, right, the image path, or we can say a thumbnail. Then we don't need arrow icon here. Okay, so in the product list page here, because we have added all the products in the product array, now let's first filter the product array according to category. So here we'll do create one variable, product list items, and let's use memo to memorize this variable. So here when we'll implement the APIs, when we'll integrate all things within API, then we'll convert this into an using the Redux or something. But for now, because we are using a static data, so let's use here only the content that we have in the content.json. So for now we can directly use it and create just variables in the React component. So here we have created a use memo, memorized constant variable here, and we are not putting any content as a dependency here, because the content is a static and we are not going to change it. and let's return it content dot products dot filter. Now here we'll have product, dot category ID equal to, so at here we'll do categories content dot ID. Okay, here we'll get that or the product list items for that category. And let's give the one dependency here, because if the category contains value change, then this should also get changed. Right here, let's try to use that product card. We'll try to use one product card here, and we'll just pass product list items 0th index, and like this. This will be a product card at here. Let's go back to a product. So now if we go back and check the page, here the product is coming, because we have not added any images in the public folder, so image is not displaying at here, but we can see the title and the description. But yeah, we'll modify this card, product card little bit, so let's do that. So here updated the links also for the images in the product card. Now here we are giving a defined width and height. Let's remove this max width and max height from here, and we'll give it height of 280 pixel. Let's save it. So this is the card, that how it is displaying on the screen, because we are rendering only the first product item. But in the design, if we see, this is the width and height that we required for the image. So if we see the width and height of this card, the width is 282 pixel and height 441. If we see the image, this is 282 width and 370 of height. So I changed it, the height to 320 and width to 280 pixel. I think this looks fine on the page. Now here we'll give an wishlist icon to add into the favorites. Also, let's do some more styling in this card to align properly the title and description. Also, there is a price tag that would appear here. Also, let's remove the padding from the card. So here we'll give only, we remove this padding. If we are removing this padding, then this card would appear aligned to this title. But here we'll add some padding for the from the top. This is the div. So let's add here padding pt, that means padding top, and let's give it 4. Before calculate to 16 pixel. Also, we don't need this much of scale at here, so what we can do, let's remove it from here, and simply we'll give on the card. So here we simply give on the card the hover. So this is the way how it will hover on screen. It will scale out. and then we need to add the brand here, right? And there will be a title, and also there is some heading padding in between the image and title. So let's go to the code. At here, instead of showing description, we'll add the brand name. This is the brand name. Also at here we'll display the price tag. Let's also display a currency here. So this is the flex div here. Let's create here one more div. So this is the price tag that we are displaying it here. Now here we need to add one wishlist icon which can add the product in favorites. So let's iterate a product list here to display all that product cards. Here we'll use this product list items dot map. So here I have added this curly braces to iterate this list item, and this operator we can use if this is undefined. So this can be a safe check here. Now at here item and index, right? So we'll do here product card key index, and then here we'll do and here we'll pass an item, and let's add here flex. Now if we see, this is the by default, like because we have added flex. So let's add here, instead of flex, what we'll do, we'll add grid, and then grid max columns in a row. Let's change it, let's use it 3, and then we'll give padding, sorry, the gap of 8. So now if we see the screen here, it's showing the 3 items in a row, and this is all that card items. Also let's try to change the image contain property. At here, if we do object center, or let's try object cover. So object cover display images better than the actual view we were showing without that property. So this is the product items that we are displaying on the category page. So at here we'll do div svg favorite, or let's give this as button. And we'll give this styling here, class name, position absolute, 0. We can see an icon here. So at here, let's give some padding on the right, and also let's put first right 0, so to align it on the right side. And then we'll put here padding top 8 pixel and padding right of 8 pixel, and we'll put at here the image. So image would be at absolute, or let's say block, and this the position of the container, the outside of the div block, will set it to relative. So here we can see the buttons. Let's add here on click. So when we are clicking on a button, here we are seeing it's the clicking event is firing on a card. So for the mobile responsive, let's change the styles in the image at here product list page. So now we are displaying grid columns 3. Let's make it default to grid columns 1, and for the large screens we'll put it as grid columns 3, and for medium, which has minimum width of this, we'll put grid column 2. Now if we see, when we come on the smaller screen widths, this will display only 1 in a row, and if we go at a desktop, it will display 3. Also let's change this to padding of 4, and let's put this on the here. Okay, now when we click on the main categories, there are not product displaying on this page. Now what we have to do, we don't need to do any changes. We just have to go in our code, and in the content JSON we will add some products related to main category. So here let me copy some of the product and paste it here. Okay, so added the products here for main categories. Now if we go to the application and let's go to the main categories, now we can see all the products can be listed here that we have added in the content JSON. All the data that will get it from the content JSON, it will display on the categories page. So we don't need to do any other changes. All the data will be showed dynamically on the pages. Also, if we need to add some more products, then we can add the same data. We can add some of more product in the content JSON. This content JSON later will convert into the response of an APIs. The data that will get it from the APIs will display on the pages. So guys, if you watched the video till here, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. Also, there is a link attached in the video for the source code. This is the code repository where you will find all the source code. So at here there are different branches. I have put it here like product list page. So this is the third part of the video, but in the master branch all the code will be there. Till here whatever we did for in this course, all the code will be in the master. So if you check this repository, you will find an readme file. In this I have attached all the details here, the technologies that we are using, and this is the to-do list. We are going to implement the shopping cart functionality in the next video. Also we'll add the product detail page, and there will be an other pages, user authentication and checkout process. Also we'll start the backend project in the next part. Then there will be a database and the deployment of this application. So in the next video we'll see when we click on a product, it will display the product detail view page, and also there will be an option to add the product to the cart, and then we'll check out that product item from the cart. So we'll do that in the next part of this course. Thank you for watching this video, and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's meet in the next part. Thank you.